Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Some of the greatest structures in history were built thousands of years ago. But how did ancient civilizations accomplish such incredible feats? Imagine colossal pyramids, towering temples, and intricately carved stone monuments standing as silent testimonies to a time when modern machinery was nowhere in sight. In this journey, we'll delve deep into the engineering marvels of antiquity, exploring the ingenious techniques and durable materials that allowed these civilizations to create wonders that have withstood the test of time. We'll unravel the mysteries behind the construction methods, how massive stones were quarried, transported, and meticulously assembled with precision. Along the way, we'll uncover the secrets of ancient engineering, the innovative use of simple tools that led to complex structures, and the cultural significance these monuments held for their creators. Prepare to be amazed as we piece together the puzzle of the past, investigating not just the technical aspects but also the historical and cultural context that drove these ambitious projects. Join us as we journey through ancient landscapes, revisit lost techniques, and challenge our modern understanding of what's possible, all in a quest to answer one enduring question: how did they build it all? The Great Pyramid of Giza, a testament to ancient Egyptian engineering. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built during the 4th dynasty, c. 2580–2560 BCE, remains one of the most astonishing achievements of human engineering and organization. Constructed as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, this towering structure was not just a burial site but a symbol of divine authority, stability, and the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. The scale and precision of the pyramid's construction reveal a deep understanding of architecture, logistics, and material science that was far ahead of its time. The workforce, skilled laborers, not slaves, contrary to the long-held myth that the pyramids were built by enslaved people. Modern archaeology suggests they were constructed by a highly organized workforce of skilled laborers and seasonal workers. Who built the pyramid? Core workforce. A permanent group of engineers, stonecutters, masons, and craftsmen worked full-time on the pyramid. These were well-fed, trained workers who lived in nearby workers' villages. Seasonal workers. Tens of thousands of farmers and common laborers joined during the Nile's annual flood season, when farming was impossible, to help move stone blocks and build infrastructure. Supporting workforce. Bakers, brewers, and medical teams ensured the workers had sufficient food, water, and medical care, further proving they were not enslaved but valued contributors to the project. Excavations at workers' villages near the pyramid have revealed housing, bakeries, and even tombs of laborers, confirming their status as respected laborers, not slaves. The engineering marvel, how the pyramid was constructed. The Great Pyramid originally stood at 146.6 meters, 481 feet, making it the tallest human-made structure for nearly 4,000 years. Achieving this height required meticulous planning, efficient material transport, and innovative construction techniques. Materials, sourced locally and from afar limestone. The majority of the pyramid was built from Tura limestone, quarried locally near Giza. This material was relatively easy to carve, but strong enough for structural integrity. Granite. The interior chambers, including the King's Chamber, used Aswan granite, transported over 500 miles down the Nile. This dense, difficult-to-carve material was chosen for its durability and symbolic value. Basalt. Used for the flooring of the mortuary temple, basalt was sourced from Fayum and Aswan. How were the 2.3 million blocks moved? The pyramid consists of an estimated 2.3 million stone blocks, each weighing 2.5 to 15 tons. Moving these stones required advanced logistical planning and clever engineering solutions. Ramp theories, the key to moving stone blocks. To transport the stones up the pyramid, engineers likely used various ramp systems. Straight ramp theory, a long, straight ramp built from mud brick, limestone, and clay extended from the pyramid's base to higher levels. However, such a ramp would require an extreme amount of material and space. Zigzagging or switchback ramps. Ramps may have zigzagged along the pyramid's faces, making transportation easier while requiring less material. Spiral ramps. Some believe ramps wrapped around the pyramid's interior or exterior, allowing workers to haul blocks in a circular path. Lubricated sledges. Recent discoveries suggest Egyptians may have poured water over desert sand to reduce friction, making it easier to drag massive blocks on sledges. Spiral ramps. Some believe ramps wrapped around the pyramid's interior or exterior, allowing workers to haul blocks in a circular path. Lubricated sledges. Recent discoveries suggest Egyptians may have poured water over desert sand to reduce friction, making it easier to drag massive blocks on sledges. Each of these methods, or a combination of them, would have allowed tens of thousands of workers to efficiently transport and position the blocks without modern machinery. The precision of construction, a mathematical and astronomical feat. The Great Pyramid's construction was not only an engineering marvel, but also a mathematical and astronomical achievement. Alignment with true north. The pyramid is aligned to true north with less than 0.05 degrees of error, a level of precision modern architects struggle to achieve even with GPS technology. It is believed the Egyptians used shadow measurements and star tracking to achieve this alignment. Perfect geometric proportions. The ratio of the pyramid's height to its base perimeter is almost exactly 2p, suggesting the Egyptians had an understanding of mathematical constants. The internal chambers and passageways are aligned with the heliacal rising of stars, further proving their astronomical knowledge. 4. The purpose of different chamber designs. Pyramid's interior is far more complex than just a burial chamber. The design of its three main chambers suggests deep planning and symbolic meaning. The king's chamber, final burial site, constructed of red granite from Aswan, the king's chamber was designed to withstand extreme pressure. Above it, 5 relieving chambers were built to redistribute the weight of the massive stones above, preventing collapse. The queen's chamber, spiritual or symbolic purpose. Located beneath the king's chamber, its purpose remains debated. Some believe it was a false tomb to confuse tomb robbers, while others suggest it had a ritualistic function. The subterranean chamber, abandoned or ritualistic. Carved directly into the bedrock beneath the pyramid, this unfinished chamber may have been an earlier burial site before plans changed, or it might have served as a symbolic gateway to the underworld. 5. The outer casing, a gleaming pyramid originally. The Great Pyramid was covered in smooth white limestone, which reflected sunlight and made it gleam like a stairway to the heavens. Over time, these casing stones were removed, repurposed, or eroded, leaving the rough interior we see today. Some remaining casing stones can still be seen at the base, showcasing their perfectly cut and polished surfaces. 6. Conclusion. The legacy of the Great Pyramid. The Great Pyramid of Giza is not just an architectural wonder. It is a testament to human ingenuity, mathematical precision, and the incredible organizational abilities of ancient Egypt. Its construction required tens of thousands of skilled workers and seasonal laborers, brilliant engineering solutions including ramps and sledges, mastery of astronomy and geometry to achieve precision alignment, sophisticated use of materials, like limestone, granite, and basalt. Despite being over 4,500 years old, the Great Pyramid continues to inspire archaeologists, engineers, and historians, proving that ancient civilizations were far more advanced than we often assume. The ingenious engineering. Behind the Great Pyramid, the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza was not only a testament to ancient Egyptian craftsmanship, but also a display of their advanced engineering, mathematical precision, and logistical mastery. The movement and placement of millions of massive limestone and granite blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons, required both innovative techniques and an intricate organization of labor. Transporting enormous stones, a marvel of engineering. The sheer scale of the project meant that moving millions of tons of stone from quarries to the pyramid site was a monumental challenge. While no definitive records exist detailing the exact methods used, scholars have proposed several ingenious techniques that align with archaeological evidence. Sleds and lubricated pathways. The ancient Egyptians likely dragged stones on wooden sledges across the desert. To reduce friction, they poured water over the sand ahead of the sled, which has been experimentally shown to create a firm surface, cutting the force required to move the blocks by nearly half. This technique has been supported by an ancient tomb painting depicting laborers pouring water in front of a sled carrying a massive statue. 1.2. Wooden rollers and lever systems. Some suggest that wooden rollers made from logs could have helped transport smaller blocks, though this would have been impractical for the heaviest stones. Lever-based lifting systems may have been used to adjust block positions once they reached the pyramid base. 1.3. Water transport on the Nile granite from Aswan, over 500 miles away, and basalt from Fayum were transported using large wooden boats that navigated the Nile River. Archaeological discoveries of ancient boat pits and inscriptions describe how stones were ferried closer to the pyramid site via man-made canals. Lifting and placing the stones. Ramp theories. Raising stones to increasing heights required carefully designed ramp systems. Several theories exist regarding how this was achieved. Straight ramp theory. A massive straight ramp extending from the base to the upper levels may have been used. However, this would have required an enormous amount of material, perhaps larger than the pyramid itself, making it impractical. 2. Zigzag or switchback ramps. Some scholars believe ramps may have been built in a zigzag pattern along the pyramid's face, allowing workers to haul stones up at a gradual incline. This method would have been more efficient while using less material than a single straight ramp. 3. Internal spiral ramps, Jean-Pierre Houdin's theory. A hidden internal spiral ramp inside the pyramid structure has been proposed as an alternative explanation. This method suggests that workers built the pyramid layer by layer while moving within its structure, explaining why no external ramp remains today. 3. Precision in construction. The mathematical genius of the Egyptians, beyond the sheer physical challenge, the architectural precision of the Great Pyramid continues to astound modern engineers. 1. Perfect alignment with true north. The pyramid is aligned with true north within 0.05 degrees of accuracy, a feat difficult even with modern surveying tools. It is believed that Egyptians used shadow measurements, sighting stars, or possibly a form of a simple plumb bob and gnomon to achieve this precision. The pole star method, tracking the star's movement, may have also been used for alignment. 3.2. Geometrical perfection and pi theory. The pyramid's proportions closely match the mathematical constant pi, leading some to believe Egyptians had an advanced understanding of geometry. The ratio of the pyramid's perimeter to its height is nearly equal to 2p, though whether this was intentional remains debated. 4. Cultural and religious significance of the pyramid's design. The meticulous planning and execution of the pyramid reflect not just technical ingenuity but also deep spiritual beliefs. The pyramid's shape represented the primordial mound from Egyptian creation myths, symbolizing the ascension of the pharaoh's soul to the heavens. The king's chamber and passages align with key celestial bodies, reinforcing the belief that Pharaoh Khufu's spirit would join the gods in the afterlife. The casing stones of polished white limestone, now mostly lost, originally made the pyramid gleam in the sunlight, reinforcing its divine symbolism. 5. Conclusion. An achievement beyond its time. The Great Pyramid of Giza remains an enduring mystery and marvel, embodying both human ingenuity and the deep cosmological understanding of the ancient Egyptians. Sophisticated engineering allowed for the transport and placement of massive stone blocks. Ramp systems and lubrication techniques eased the movement of materials. Mathematical precision and astronomical knowledge guided the pyramid's perfect alignment. Religious symbolism and cultural beliefs played a fundamental role in its design. Even today, with modern technology, reproducing the Great Pyramid with the same precision would be a formidable challenge. This structure continues to inspire researchers, engineers, and historians, proving that the ancient Egyptians possessed knowledge and skills far beyond what was once assumed. The legacy of the Great Pyramid lies not just in its massive scale or the mystery of its construction, but in its enduring testament to human creativity and determination. It invites us to explore the ancient world, to question how such a civilization, with its limited tools and resources, could create a structure that still captivates us thousands of years later. The legend of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon is shrouded in mystery and debate. Some historians argue that these lush, terraced gardens were a real marvel of ancient engineering, while others consider them a poetic embellishment of Babylon's grandeur. Linked to the reign of King Nebuchadnezzar II, the gardens were said to have been constructed to please his homesick wife, who longed for the green hills of her homeland. The engineering marvel of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, one of the seven wonders of the ancient world, remain an enduring mystery. If they did exist, their construction would have been a monumental feat of engineering, especially in the harsh, arid climate of Mesopotamia. Ancient descriptions suggest a lush, terraced paradise, with exotic plants and trees thriving atop a massive structure, a stark contrast to the surrounding desert landscape. Creating such a garden required an advanced irrigation system, precise architectural planning, and significant manpower. Despite the lack of definitive archaeological evidence, various theories attempt to explain how the gardens might have been constructed and sustained. Architectural design. A multi-tiered masterpiece. 1. A terraced structure rather than a hanging. Garden contrary to the name, the Hanging Gardens likely consisted of a series of terraced platforms, rather than vegetation literally hanging in midair. The terraces would have cascaded downward, similar to a stepped pyramid, allowing for a more efficient distribution of water. Historians suggest that stone or mud brick columns supported each terrace, strong enough to hold the weight of both soil and water. 1.2. Waterproofing techniques. A major challenge would have been preventing water leakage, as excessive moisture could erode the structure. Ancient accounts mention the use of bitumen, a natural asphalt, lead sheets, and baked clay bricks as waterproofing layers. The Babylonians were already skilled in waterproofing techniques, as seen in other structures like their city walls and canals. The advanced irrigation system, supplying water to the gardens, one of the greatest challenges. In sustaining the gardens would have been providing a continuous water supply, especially given the city's dry climate. Babylon received little annual rainfall, meaning water had to be transported from the Euphrates River, which flowed nearby. 1. Theoretical water lifting methods. Historians propose several possible irrigation techniques, drawing from what is known about ancient Mesopotamian engineering. A. The chain pump, shaduf or Archimedean screw. A common method in ancient irrigation was the chain pump, where a looped chain with buckets would rotate continuously, drawing water upward. This could have been powered by humans, animals, or even a counterweight system to lift large volumes of water. The Archimedean screw, though attributed to later Greek invention, may have had an earlier form in Babylonian technology. B. Water wheels and pulleys. Water wheels may have been used to lift water into higher reservoirs, from which it was then channeled into descending terraces. A pulley system, similar to cranes used for lifting materials, could have transported large quantities of water to upper levels. C. Hydraulic engineering and underground pipelines. Mesopotamians were masters of canal building, and the gardens may have used underground aqueducts and clay pipe systems to distribute water. Reservoirs and cisterns may have been integrated into the terraces, storing excess water and releasing it gradually for irrigation. Manpower and resource management. 1. Workforce and labor organization. The gardens would have required a massive labor force, including skilled engineers for planning irrigation, systems laborers for constructing terraces and laying bricks, gardeners and agricultural experts to manage plants and soil quality. Given Babylon's vast empire, workers may have been recruited from across Mesopotamia, much like the workers who built the ziggurats. 3.2. Soil and plant transportation. The gardens likely housed a variety of exotic plants, trees, and flowers not native to Babylon. This would have required importing fertile soil and sustaining a balanced ecosystem, demonstrating an advanced understanding of botany and agriculture. Plants may have included palm trees, fig trees, date trees, and aromatic herbs, creating a lush oasis in the middle of the desert. The cultural and political significance of the gardens, if the gardens truly existed. They were not merely an agricultural marvel, but also a symbol of power, prestige, and divine favor. Some accounts suggest they were built by King Nebuchadnezzar Dao, 605-562 BCE, to please his wife Amytis, who longed for the lush landscapes of her homeland. Others speculate that they were intended to showcase Babylon's wealth and engineering superiority. Their association with one of the greatest Mesopotamian rulers suggests they played a role in reinforcing royal authority and divine kingship. Conclusion. a lost wonder of engineering? While no definitive archaeological evidence of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon has been found, historical records describe them in vivid detail, suggesting they were either real or based on a similar engineering feat elsewhere. Sophisticated, water-lifting technologies would have been required to sustain the gardens. A multi-tiered structure with waterproofed terraces likely supported the plants. Advanced irrigation methods, such as chain pumps, water wheels, and underground pipelines could have transported water efficiently. Despite numerous historical accounts, physical evidence of the gardens has yet to be definitively discovered, leading to ongoing debates about their actual location and existence. Some researchers suggest that they might have been located near the modern-day city of Hilla in Iraq, while others believe the gardens have been entirely lost to time due to natural erosion, warfare, or urban development. Their disappearance adds another layer of intrigue to one of history's most enduring legends, prompting modern scholars to continue their quest for concrete proof of what might have once been the epitome of ancient Mesopotamian ingenuity and opulence. The Colosseum of Rome stands as a testament to the grandeur and ingenuity of ancient Roman civilization. Serving as the epicenter of public entertainment, it hosted gladiatorial contests, animal hunts, and dramatic performances that reflected the social and political life of the empire. For the Romans, the Colosseum was more than an arena. It was a symbol of the might of Rome, a place where the power of the state was on full display through elaborate spectacles that captivated the masses. The ingenious engineering of the Colosseum. The Colosseum, also known as the Flavian Amphitheater, is one of the most remarkable engineering achievements of the ancient world. Completed in 80 AD under Emperor Titus, it was designed to accommodate 80,000 spectators, making it the largest amphitheater ever built. Its construction combined advanced Roman concrete techniques, a mastery of arches and vaults, and an intricate system of corridors and seating arrangements, ensuring an efficient, durable, and awe-inspiring structure. Revolutionary use of concrete and stone. The Colosseum's construction materials were carefully chosen to optimize both strength and flexibility. Concrete. The Romans perfected the use of pozzolanic concrete, a mix of lime, volcanic ash, and water, which hardened over time rather than drying out. This allowed the Colosseum to withstand earthquakes and environmental erosion. Travertine limestone. Used for the outer walls and main structural framework, travertine provided a strong yet lightweight foundation. Tough volcanic rock. Used for inner walls, this material was lighter than limestone, reducing the overall weight. Brick and pumice. Used for vaults and upper levels, these materials made the structure more resilient against collapse. The combination of these materials resulted in a durable, fire-resistant, and weather-resistant amphitheater that has withstood nearly 2,000 years. Architectural genius. Arches and vaulted corridors. The Colosseum's layout showcases the Romans' expertise in engineering. Its arches and vaults not only distributed weight evenly, preventing structural collapse, but also facilitated efficient movement of spectators. 1. The power of arches. The Colosseum features 240 exterior arches, which provided both support and flexibility. Arches work by distributing downward force outward, making them stronger than flat lintels. They allowed for larger open spaces without the need for excessive support columns. 2.2. Vaulted corridors for efficient circulation. Beneath the seating area, a complex network of corridors and staircases allowed thousands of spectators to enter and exit in just minutes. These corridors were built using barrel vaults and groin vaults, both designed to bear immense weight while optimizing space. The design minimized congestion, a concept still used in modern stadiums today. Spectator seating and arena visibility. The Romans meticulously planned the seating arrangement to ensure that every spectator had a clear view of the arena. 1. Tiered seating system. The Colosseum had a strict social hierarchy for seating. Front rows, reserved for senators and elites, marble seats. Middle rows, for wealthy citizens and equestrians. Upper tiers, for plebeians and lower-class citizens, wooden benches. Standing area at the top, reserved for women, slaves, and the poorest spectators. This tiered structure allowed for a gradual slope, ensuring that even those seated at the top had a clear view of the events below. 2. The elliptical shape for optimal visibility. Unlike circular theaters, the Colosseum was built as an ellipse, which allowed more spectators to be closer to the action. The angled seating design ensured that every seat had an unobstructed view of the arena. The hypogum, a hidden underground. Marvel beneath the wooden arena floor lay the hypogum, a subterranean network of tunnels, cages, and trapdoors that played a crucial role in the spectacles held in the Colosseum. 1. Hidden elevators and trapdoors. The hypogum contained elevators and pulleys used to raise wild animals, gladiators, and stage props into the arena. These lifts were powered by a system of counterweights and winches, allowing for sudden, dramatic entrances during events. 4.2. A complex stage management system. There were holding areas for animals, where lions, tigers, and elephants were kept before being released into the arena. Gladiators and prisoners were housed in underground cells before their battles. The intricate system of tunnels connected the Colosseum to gladiatorial barracks, animal pens, and imperial seating areas. The hypogum revolutionized entertainment, allowing spectacles, mock naval battles, and elaborate set changes that amazed spectators. Weather adaptations. The velarium. The Colosseum's design also accounted for sun protection and ventilation through an ingenious system called the velarium. 1. The retractable awning system. The velarium was a massive canvas awning that covered sections of the arena, shielding spectators from the sun. It was operated by a team of sailors from the Roman Navy, who adjusted the ropes and pulleys to open or close the canopy as needed. The design redirected wind flow, keeping the Colosseum cool and comfortable even during Rome's hot summers. A lasting legacy, influence on modern stadiums. The Colosseum's innovative architectural and engineering techniques influenced modern stadium design in several ways. Efficient entrances and exits. The vomitoria, exiting corridors, allowed for rapid movement of large crowds, a feature seen in modern sports stadiums. Tiered seating for optimal viewing. The socially stratified seating arrangement is mirrored in today's stadiums, with premium, general, and standing sections. Retractable roofs and canopies. The velarium's concept is reflected in modern retractable roofs used in stadiums like the Wembley Stadium in London and Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Use of concrete and arches for structural integrity. The Roman development of reinforced concrete and the arch-based design continues to be fundamental in architecture today. 7. Conclusion. An unparalleled feat of engineering. The Colosseum stands as a testament to the ingenuity of Roman engineers. Its construction involved innovative material use, structural design, and crowd management techniques, allowing it to function as both an architectural marvel and a symbol of Rome's power, culture, and technological prowess. Despite earthquakes, stone looting, and centuries of weathering, its core structure remains intact, demonstrating the enduring strength of Roman engineering. Today, the Colosseum is not just a historical ruin, it is a blueprint for modern arenas and a lasting symbol of human innovation. Beneath the arena lay the hypogum, a complex network of tunnels and chambers where gladiators and wild animals were held before contests began. This subterranean labyrinth was equipped with an intricate system of pulleys and trapdoors that allowed for dramatic, surprise entrances into the main arena. Additionally, the Colosseum featured retractable awnings, known as the velarium, which provided shade for spectators during the scorching Mediterranean heat. These advanced mechanisms not only enhanced the functionality of the structure, but also highlighted the Romans' sophisticated approach to public architecture. Remarkably, despite enduring centuries of earthquakes, fires, and the relentless march of time, the Colosseum has survived as an iconic relic of ancient Rome. Its enduring presence is a tribute to the superior engineering techniques and construction materials used by its builders. Even today, as modern engineers study its design, the Colosseum continues to inspire awe and admiration, standing as a powerful reminder of the enduring legacy of Roman innovation and the cultural significance of their monumental achievements. The Great Wall of China was conceived primarily as a massive defensive fortification designed to shield Chinese territories from invading forces, while also functioning as a sophisticated signaling system through the use of beacons and flag signals. Its construction spanned centuries, with initial efforts by the Qin dynasty laying the groundwork and subsequent expansions and reinforcements contributed by the Han, Sui, and especially the Ming dynasties, each adding their own innovations and improvements. Builders employed a variety of techniques, adapting to local materials and geographical conditions, ranging from the use of compacted rammed earth in earlier segments to more durable bricks and intricately cut stone in later sections. Despite popular myths suggesting that this colossal structure can be seen from space with the naked eye, modern observations and satellite imagery have debunked that notion, affirming instead that its true wonder lies in its historical and cultural significance rather than its visibility from orbit. Machu Picchu, often referred to as the lost city of the Incas, remains one of the most breathtaking and enigmatic archaeological sites in the world. Built in the mid-15th century, its purpose has been the subject of much debate, with theories ranging from a royal estate for the Incan emperor to a sacred religious site or even an astronomical observatory. Its remote location high in the Andes served as both a defensive retreat and a center for spiritual and administrative activities, shielded from the reach of enemies and the disruptive forces of the outside world. What makes Machu Picchu even more remarkable is how it was constructed without the use of wheels or iron tools. The Incas harnessed the natural landscape, carving and fitting stones together with a precision that has stood the test of time. Their advanced engineering techniques are evident in the structure's seamless stonework, where each block was meticulously shaped to lock into place without mortar. This not only created a stunning aesthetic, but also contributed to the site's incredible earthquake resistance, as the stones move slightly during tremors and then settle back into their original positions. The ingenuity of the Incas also extended to their sophisticated drainage system. Built to manage the heavy Andean rains, the network of canals and channels effectively diverts water away from the structures, preserving the integrity of the ancient city. This careful attention to environmental challenges highlights a deep understanding of both construction and natural processes, a knowledge that was critical to the city's survival in a region prone to both seismic activity and sudden torrential downpours. Rediscovered in the early 20th century by explorers and scholars, Machu Picchu quickly captivated the imagination of the world. Hidden for centuries by the dense vegetation and rugged terrain, its rediscovery opened a window into a civilization renowned for its architectural and cultural achievements. Today, every stone and pathway tells a story of human innovation, resilience, and a unique way of interacting with nature that continues to inspire modern architects and engineers. As we ponder the true purpose of Machu Picchu, its blend of mystery, beauty, and technical mastery invites us to explore not only what the Incas built, but also the enduring legacy of a civilization that transformed its environment into a masterpiece of human endeavor. Petra, known as the Rose-Red City, was masterfully carved into the sandstone cliffs by the Nabateans around the 4th century BCE. This ancient civilization transformed a seemingly inhospitable desert landscape into a thriving urban center, renowned for its astonishing rock-cut architecture. Entire facades, tombs, temples, and amphitheaters were hewn directly from the living rock, demonstrating an incredible level of artistry and engineering prowess. The Nabateans were not only skilled builders, but also ingenious engineers. In the Tatay harsh desert environment, they developed an advanced water management system that was essential to the city's survival. By constructing channels, cisterns, and reservoirs, they were able to capture and store precious rainwater, ensuring a reliable supply of water in an arid climate. This system allowed Petra to flourish as a major trading hub along the caravan routes, linking the east and west. Despite its former prominence, Petra eventually fell into obscurity and was lost to the outside world for centuries. It wasn't until the 19th century that Western explorers rediscovered this hidden marvel, reawakening global interest in its mysterious past. The rediscovery of Petra not only revealed a stunning example of ancient urban planning and artistic achievement, but also provided invaluable insights into the Nabatean culture and their remarkable ability to thrive in challenging environments. Ancient engineering marvels continue to captivate us with their bold designs and incredible ingenuity. From the perfectly aligned Great Pyramid of Giza and the mystique of the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, to the grand spectacle of Rome's Colosseum, the vast expanse of the Great Wall of China, the enigmatic allure of Machu Picchu, and the rock-hewn beauty of Petra, their legacy is undeniable. These structures not only pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible in their time, but also paved the way for modern architecture and engineering. Their innovative use of materials, sophisticated construction techniques, and clever adaptations to local challenges still inspire architects, engineers, and enthusiasts around the world. Which of these wonders amazes you the most? Let me know in the comments.